Burkina Faso's president Ibrahim Traore landed in Moscow on May 8, 2025 to join Russia's 80th Victory Day celebrations and strengthen Burkina Faso's game-changing partnership, as this isn't just a diplomatic visit, rather it's a powerful move to deepen ties with Russia, boost Burkina Faso's security and assess its sovereignty on the global stage. From high-level talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin to also rallying the Sahel diaspora, Traore's trip is a masterclass in leadership. I'll be breaking it all down for you in this video. What's happening, why it's so epic, and how it will be reshaping Burkina Faso's future. You are not going to want to miss this. Let's get into the details. On May 8, 2025, Moscow was alive with anticipation as Burkina Faso's charismatic leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, sat down to join Russia's 80th anniversary Victory Day parade, marking the Soviet triumph over Nazi Germany in the 1945. Invited by President Vladimir Putin himself, Traore's visit is a bold statement of Burkina Faso's growing alliance with Russia, a partnership that has been heating up since his 2022 coup. Beyond the parade, he set for a one-on-one talk with Putin to tackle strategic issues, military cooperation, economic deals, and global diplomacy. Traore is also meeting with the Confederation of Sahel State Community in Russia, uniting Burkinabe, Malians and Nigerians. Traore is seizing the moment. His presence in Moscow is a diplomatic move, which is very smart, given that he's under fire from the West. Traore is closing up with Russia because its sovereignty and survival is being threatened, and Russia is a powerful ally standing tall behind the good works of Captain Ibrahim Traore against all opponents. Since taking power in 2022, Traore has been on a mission to break free from the Western influence, especially France, Burkina Faso's former colonial power. He expelled France troops in 2023, accusing them of failing to curb jihadist insurgencies who control 60% of the country. Russia, by contrast, has become a strategic ally, supplying weapons, training and 100 military specialists in 2024 to bolster Burkina Faso's fight against jihadist groups. Traore's visit built on 2023's Russia-Africa Summit, where he hailed Russia as family. This partnership is more than military. It's about economic independence, with Russia backing Burkina Faso's first gold refinery in 2023. Traore is standing sharp in the face of geopolitical tensions. His Russian pivot is a brilliant play that's got everyone excited. The May 9th Victory Day parade, commemorating the Soviet Union's 1945 defeat of Nazism, means a lot to Russians, and Traore being invited is using this opportunity as a symbol of shared struggle. Burkinabe sees parallel between Russia's World War II sacrifice and Africa's fight against colonialism. Both, he argues, are overlooked by Western narratives that downplay their role. By standing alongside Putin, Traore is honoring his history while forging a future where Burkina Faso controls its own destiny. The parade, attended by leaders from 29 countries, including Brazil and Egypt, showcases Russia's global influence, and President Ibrahim Traore's presence amplifies his anti-imperialist stance. Security is at the heart of Traore's Moscow agenda. Burkina Faso's jihadist insurgency, linked to top terrorist groups, has displaced 2.1 million people and left 6.5 million needing aid. Russia's support, ammunition, training for pilots and cadets, and reported troop deployments has been a lifeline. During talks with Putin, Traore is pushing for more hardware and instructed to strengthen its volunteers for the defense of the homeland, civilian militias battling insurgents. Also, with the recent remarks of the Americans accusing Ibrahim Traore, he's making it known that he's not defenseless, as he has allies who defend his sovereignty alongside himself. Unlike the French partnership, which cost Burkina Faso significantly but delivered little, Russia's aid aligns with Traore's self-reliance ethos. However, some analysts warn of dependency risks. Ibrahim Traore is definitely aware of this, but is weighing it against the Western threat. This visit isn't primarily about guns, it's about the gold of his country, which is being undermined, and growth. Burkina Faso, a top African gold producer, launched its first refinery in 2023 with Russian support, aiming to keep profits from its $8 billion industry at home. But recently, that came under fire from the West, accusing Traore of using his country's gold for his personal gain. But in the contrary, a 2025 deal with Nord Gold, a Russian firm, was signed to add $89 million to state coffers. Traore's talks with Putin will explore trade deals from wheat to infrastructure to fuel Burkina Faso's projected 8% GDP goal through 2043. Russia's 2.5 million UN food aid in 2023 eased hunger for 6.5 million Burkinabe, yet critics question if gold revenues are bolstering Traore's hunter over public welfare. The US General Michael Langley claimed, but the Burkinabe are defending their president. Traore's economic vision to the outside world has been a brilliant move, having transparency as a key asset. That is why a huge chunk of Africans are quick to defend the president, because his work speaks for themselves. Traore's meeting with the Confederation of Sahel Diaspora, Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso in Moscow is also a powerful move. Formed in 2024 after quitting ECOWAS, the Alliance of Sahel States rejected Western frameworks like France G5 Sahel. President Ibrahim Traore is rallying these experts to support his vision of sovereign Sahel, free from imperialist meddling. With Mali and Niger also deepening Russian ties, this bloc could reshape West African geopolitics. The diaspora are vocal on social media platforms, seeing Traore as a Pan-African hero, with his Ghana inauguration ovation in January 2025 echoing this. The Sahel flags are waving in Moscow, and Traore is building a united front, and it's pure genius. Burkina Faso's president Ibrahim Traore is a global sensation, channeling Thomas Sankare's revolutionary spirit. His anti-imperialist rhetoric, calling Western diplomacy as a tool to bend continents, resonates with youth across Africa, where 66% of Burkinabe back military rule. His pistol touting at Mahama's inauguration and modest captain salary win hearts, but his regime is facing scrutiny. Coup attempts like April's 2025 Ivory Coast base plot and suppressed dissent raised concerns about diplomatic backsliding. President Ibrahim Traore's Moscow visit with Russian jet escorts, which was rumored on the X platform, cements his status, as I can see the crowds already chanting his name. But stability is the real test. Traore is a visionary, with Africans rooting for him every step of the way. The stars are aligning as Traore survived multiple coup attempts, proving that he's just that resilient. But jihadist groups still threaten the peace in Burkina Faso. Russia's military support is critical as France's influence wanes. Victory Day is a global stage that lets Traore showcase Burkina Faso's shift, with 29 leaders watching. His 2024 transition extension to 2029 buys time to deliver, but election also looms. Russia's 25% military budget hikes in 2025 ensures aid flows, while Burkina Faso's gold boom demands new markets. But one thing is certain, President Ibrahim Traore is demonstrating that Burkina Faso's moment is now, and he's making everything count. This visit for stronger Russian ties is all in an effort to help Burkina Faso reclaim 20% of its rebel-held land, easing hunger for millions of Burkinabe. Gold and trade deals will fund schools, hospitals and jobs, lifting millions from poverty by 2043. The Sahel Alliance, with Russian backing, challenges Western dominance, inspiring Mali and Niger. But there are risks. Russian dependency, insurgency and dissent could derail his vision, but Traore is steadfast, showing that his anti-imperialist gamble is ever bolder. President Ibrahim Traore's Moscow visit for the Victory Day is a success, strengthening Russian partnerships, boosting security and asserting Burkina Faso sovereignty. This is Burkina Faso rising with the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traore. What do you think of this partnership to strengthen the Burkinabe sovereignty? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button if you haven't, as it helps this video inform others on the wins of Burkina Faso. Also, subscribe to this channel as we bring you riveting content always. We are watching Burkina Faso rise, and I'll keep you posted every step of the way. Check out this next video on other amazing projects happening right here in West Africa. Thank you, and on to the next video. Be sure to check this next video out.